Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build over time, step by step, through your actions each day. It's not about avoiding difficulties or self-doubt. It's about how you respond to them. So, if you're ready to stop waiting for confidence to magically show up, let's look at the steps that can help you become the version of yourself you've always believed in. Building confidence is a gradual journey. It doesn't happen in a single moment. It grows over time, shaped by your experiences. Confidence comes from discipline, consistency, and learning to trust your own judgment. It's important to understand that real confidence doesn't come from outside approval. It doesn't rely on compliments or achievements. While those things may offer support, true confidence is built internally. It's the belief that no matter what happens, you can count on yourself to handle it. And life will test that belief. It will challenge your strength and ask whether you're ready to face what's ahead. In those moments, your confidence will either rise or weaken. Throughout my career, I've spent years studying human behavior and helping people improve their lives, careers, and personal growth. One key insight I've gained is that confidence is essential for success, both professionally and personally. It's the type of confidence that doesn't disappear after a bad day, criticism, or setback. It stays firm no matter the situation. So, how do you build this kind of lasting confidence? I'm going to share 5 essential rules I've learned from mentors, personal experience, and observing highly successful people. Building real confidence is both a skill and a mindset. There are clear actions you can take to create confidence that not only survives tough times, but grows stronger because of them. The first rule for building lasting confidence is to master small disciplines. Here's what that means. Confidence isn't built through occasional big wins. It's formed by doing the little things regularly until they become habits. These small actions might seem unimportant, but skipping them weakens your foundation. Think of it this way. When you make a promise to yourself, even a small one, and then don't follow through, you slowly chip away at your self-trust. You're sending yourself the message that you can't rely on your own word. And if you can't trust yourself, real confidence becomes hard to develop. Confidence is grounded in trust. Trust that you'll stay committed, even when it's hard or inconvenient. This approach works because every time you honor a small promise to yourself, you're reinforcing the belief that you are dependable. Over time, this builds a strong sense of self-trust. You stop needing approval from others to feel good about yourself. Instead, you grow your confidence from within, one action at a time. But let's be clear. This doesn't mean being perfect. You will make mistakes, and you'll have days where things don't go as planned. That's part of the process. The important thing is to get back on track quickly. Don't let one missed day turn into a week or more. The sooner you return to your habits, the less damage it does to your confidence. Let me ask you this. How often do you keep the promises you make to yourself? Not the big goals, like changing careers or buying a house, but the small, everyday ones. Do you stick to those? If not, that's a good place to start. Confidence doesn't come from huge leaps. It's built from small, steady steps. It's about getting the basics right. Many people focus too much on the end result, forgetting that the big picture is made up of small details. If those details are ignored, the big picture won't hold together. So if you want long-term reliable confidence, begin with the basics. Make a small, achievable promise to yourself today and follow through. Then repeat it tomorrow. Over time, you'll build trust in yourself and with it, confidence. Each small discipline is like adding a coin to your confidence bank. It may not feel like much at first, but over time, it adds up. Eventually, you'll look back and see that you've built something valuable, a confidence that lasts. And this type of confidence, built from steady effort and discipline, is the kind that stays with you for life. So, rule number 1 for lasting confidence. Master the small disciplines. If you can trust yourself with the little things, you'll be able to rely on yourself when bigger challenges arise. Next, face your fears instead of running from them. This one may push you out of your comfort zone, but it's necessary. Fear is one of the biggest threats to confidence. It doesn't matter how much you've achieved. If fear is always present, it can quietly weaken your confidence. Here's what to understand about fear. Avoiding it gives it more power. It starts taking up more mental space, affecting your decisions and actions. But when you confront it, when you face it directly, you start to regain control. Confidence isn't the absence of fear. It's the ability to act in spite of it. Each time you challenge your fears, you take some of their power away. You become stronger, more sure of yourself, and more confident. Every step toward your fears helps you grow and reinforces your ability to handle discomfort. This doesn't mean you need to take on your biggest fears all at once. Start with something small. The goal is to build a habit of facing fear instead of avoiding it. Fear doesn't completely disappear. It tends to show up again. But the more you challenge it, the less control it has over you. So, what are you currently afraid of? What have you been putting off because it's uncomfortable? It could be a hard conversation or a goal you're scared to pursue. Whatever it is, take a step toward it today. It doesn't have to be a big move, just one small action. Each time you do this, you're building stronger, more reliable confidence. Fear often feels very real, but when you move through it, you begin to see that it's more of a mental barrier than a real one. Once you move past that barrier, you unlock the freedom to grow, to take risks, and to succeed. That sense of freedom is what confidence is really about. I've seen many capable people hold themselves back because of fear. They have the talent and potential, but they let fear stop them. Don't fall into that trap. Don't let fear prevent you from reaching the life you're capable of living, a life filled with confidence and meaning. Often, what you fear most is what will help you grow the most. Fear isn't random. It usually points to something in your life that needs your attention. So next time fear shows up, don't avoid it. Use it as a guide. Ask yourself, what can I learn here? How can this help me grow? Then take action. Confidence grows through doing, not avoiding. If you want to develop lasting confidence, stop letting fear guide your choices. Confront it, push past it, and watch your confidence rise with each step you take. The more you face your fears, the less they influence you, and the more control you gain over your own life. That's rule number 2. Face your fears. Because confidence is shaped in the moments where you act despite being afraid. It's built when you show yourself that you're more capable than you realized. Lastly, investing in self-education is essential. I can't stress this enough. Knowledge is a powerful tool. But not just any knowledge. Confidence comes from understanding and applying what's directly relevant to your goals and challenges. The more you learn, the more you grow. And the more you grow, the more confident you become in handling life, solving problems, and finding new opportunities. I've seen it over and over again. When people lack confidence in a certain area, it's usually because they feel unprepared. They think they don't have the tools or knowledge they need to succeed. That's where self-education becomes powerful. Here's a simple truth. Formal education can help you make a living, but self-education can help you build a life, and even a fortune. I wasn't born into wealth. I didn't have every advantage, but I had a strong desire to learn. When I started my career, I didn't know much about leadership, sales, or communication, but I didn't let that stop me. I read books, went to seminars, and found mentors. I took in everything I could, and each new idea gave me just a little more confidence. One of my mentors, Mr. Cha, once told me, "You've got to work harder on yourself than you do on your job." I didn't fully understand at the time. I thought working hard at my job was enough. But he explained something important. Your job can earn you a living, but if you want real, lasting success, you have to grow as a person. That means investing in yourself. And the way to do that is through self-education. Now, self-education doesn't always mean going back to school. Most of the learning that truly changes your life won't happen in a classroom. It comes from books, life experiences, mentors, and the world around you. One of the smartest investments you can make is building your personal library. Fill it with books that challenge you, motivate you, and teach you something useful. Read biographies of people who've done what you want to do. Explore subjects like business, health, psychology, or philosophy. Whatever helps you grow. And you don't need to read dozens of books a year. Just start with one. One great book can shift your mindset and boost your confidence. For me, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill did just that. It didn't necessarily tell me something brand new, but it helped me understand success better. It gave me a clear framework. And with each book I read, I felt more capable, more prepared, and more confident. But here's the thing. It's not just about gaining knowledge. You need to apply it. Reading alone won't change your life. Action does. I always say, don't just learn, do. Learn about leadership, start leading. Learn about health, start making small, healthy changes. Learn about business, start taking action. That's when confidence truly starts to grow, when you see what you've learned making a difference in your real life. Another point to remember, learning never stops. Confidence comes from progress, and growth is ongoing. You'll never know everything, and that's okay. In fact, that's the beauty of it. The more you learn, the more you realize how much more there is to discover. If you want to keep building confidence throughout your life, become a lifelong learner. Stay curious. Stay open. The world is always changing, and your ability to adapt gives you confidence to face anything. Start small. Just begin. Don't wait for the perfect moment or perfect plan. Ask yourself, when was the last time you truly invested in your own growth? Not for a degree, but for your personal development? Now let's talk about the people you surround yourself with. Who you spend time with has a major impact on your confidence. If you want to build lasting confidence, you need to be intentional about your circle. The people around you are either building you up or bringing you down. There's really no neutral ground. So take a moment to think. Who are you spending most of your time with? Are they people who support your goals, encourage your growth, and believe in your potential? Or are they people who criticize, doubt, and hold you back? The truth is, your confidence will reflect the energy of those around you. If you're surrounded by people who believe in you, you'll start to believe in yourself more. Their encouragement helps you see what's possible. But be careful. Negativity is contagious. If the people around you complain often or focus on problems, instead of solutions, their mindset can start affecting yours. Without even realizing it, you'll find yourself second-guessing your abilities. Think about your current circle. Are they helping you grow? Or are they making you question yourself? These are hard questions, but necessary ones. If you want real, lasting confidence, you need to be surrounded by the right people, those who lift you up, inspire you, and push you to reach higher. That doesn't mean cutting everyone out of your life who doesn't share your exact mindset. But it does mean managing how much time and energy you give to people who don't support your growth, and making space for those who do. Confidence and success are not solo journeys. We all need a support system, people who remind us of our strengths, who help us stand tall when we feel small, and who believe in our potential even when we doubt ourselves. One of the smartest things you can do for your confidence is to invest in strong, supportive relationships. Find mentors who've walked the path you're on. Build friendships with people who dream big, who take action, and who are focused on growth. When you're surrounded by that energy, it naturally pushes you to level up. And here's something important. Confidence also grows when you help others grow. Be the kind of person who encourages others, shares knowledge, and uplifts those around you. When you support others, your confidence strengthens too. Finally, let's talk about failure. For a long time, I feared failure. But over the years, I learned that failure isn't something to avoid. It's something to learn from. Every time you fall and get back up, you're proving to yourself that you can handle difficulty. That's where real confidence is built, in resilience. So, here's the mindset shift. Don't fear failure. Expect it and use it as a tool for growth. Ask yourself, what didn't work? What can I improve next time? How can I grow from this? When you start using failure as feedback instead of letting it shake your self-worth, you build a deeper kind of confidence, the kind that sticks with you because it's built on your ability to bounce back. I know it's not always easy, especially when failure comes after you've worked so hard or put your heart into something. But think about this. Every successful person you admire has faced setbacks, made mistakes, and experienced failure. What separates those who succeed from those who don't is their ability to keep going, adjust when needed, and stay committed to their vision, even when things don't go according to plan. So when failure happens, don't let it stop you. Instead, ask yourself, what did I learn? How can this make me better? And then, move forward. The more you go through failure and grow from it, the more confident you become. Why? Because you're showing yourself that you can handle whatever life throws your way. Confidence doesn't come from avoiding failure, it comes from how you respond to it. Success is built on learning from your mistakes, staying focused, and continuing to push ahead. So next time you face a setback, don't see it as a reason to give up. See it as a chance to grow. When you do that, your confidence will grow too. Confidence isn't about being perfect, it's about being persistent. It's about learning, adapting, and moving forward with your goals, even when challenges appear. Failure plays a big role in building real confidence. When you start viewing it as something to learn from, rather than something to fear, you give yourself the strength to take on bigger risks. One of the biggest myths about confidence is thinking it means always getting things right. But true. Confidence is built on resilience, the ability to recover and keep going, even when things don't go as expected. Let's also talk about another key to lasting confidence: self-education and applied knowledge. Confidence doesn't grow just by doing the same things repeatedly. It grows when you keep learning, growing, and applying what you've learned. When you take time to educate yourself, you're not just gaining information. You're gaining tools that help you solve problems, handle stress, and make smart choices. For example, you might read about leadership or communication, but unless you actually use those skills in real life, the learning doesn't stick. Real confidence comes when you take action on what you've learned. That's when you prove to yourself, I can do this. So how often do you take time to learn something new? It could be a skill, a new perspective, or even a simple idea. It doesn't have to come from a classroom. You can listen to podcasts, read books, watch videos, or learn from conversations with people you respect. As long as you keep growing, your confidence will grow too, because you'll know you're prepared for whatever challenges come next. And remember, be patient. Confidence doesn't appear overnight. It's not about learning one thing and being done. It's a lifelong process. The more you invest in self-education, the more you build a strong, lasting kind of confidence that doesn't rely on others. It comes from your own progress. Knowledge gives you tools. Using those tools gives you belief. And that belief, that's confidence. This whole message comes down to one powerful idea. Confidence is built over time. It's not something you just have. It's something you build through action, growth, and resilience. Every small step forward, every lesson learned, every challenge faced, that's how you create real, lasting confidence. Let's break it down into 5 key rules for building strong confidence. Face your fears. Fear loses its power when you confront it. The more you face fear, the more control you gain, and that builds confidence. Invest in self-education. Knowledge gives you tools to handle life's challenges, and when you apply that knowledge, your confidence grows with it. Surround yourself with the right people. Your environment matters. Spend time with people who lift you up, support your growth, and believe in your potential. Embrace failure. Failure isn't the end. It's a part of the journey. Learn from your mistakes, stay resilient, and use failure as a stepping stone. Stay disciplined and keep making progress. Confidence doesn't come from perfection. It comes from consistent effort. Even small progress matters when it's part of a bigger goal. This is the mindset that helps you handle whatever life throws your way. Confidence isn't about having zero doubts. It's about trusting yourself enough to keep going. Every experience, win or lose, builds that trust. In the end, confidence is a journey, not a destination. It's something you build every day, step by step, with every challenge you face and every lesson you learn. Keep learning, keep growing, keep going. And as you do, your confidence will become one of your greatest strengths. Remember this: confidence isn't something you wait for. It's something you build. And with every choice, every challenge, and every small victory, you're building a stronger version of yourself.